Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Always On, the Cyber and AI Growth Briefing for Business Leaders. My name is Earl Kelly, CEO of Obsidian Group, and today we need to talk about something happening quietly, quickly, and in many cases, catastrophically inside the healthcare industry. Apologize for the late time. We're usually here at 11 a.m. every morning. Today, we're here at 11:30. Some things happened, so we are glad that you are with us. So right now, your local medical clinic, that surgery center down the street, or that family practice that's been around for 30 years, they are being targeted by ransomware at a scale that we've never seen before. And here's the twist. It's not human hackers doing most of the heavy lifting anymore. It's AI. So AI is now doing reconnaissance. AI is crafting phishing messages. AI is generating credential stuffing variants. AI is identifying attack paths. And AI is even helping attackers choose the fastest way to shut down the clinic. It's automation and it's weaponized. And while big hospitals have teams and budgets, smaller practices, they're the perfect target. Healthcare just became the #1 targeted industry for ransomware, not because attackers want medical data, but because medical operations can't stop. If you're a doctor and your EHR system freezes, you're done. If your imaging server is encrypted, you're done. If your scheduling system locks up, your entire day collapses. Attackers know this, and AI has given them the speed and the precision to strike fast and disappear even faster. So today we'll cover what's changed, the new AI-powered ransomware tactics, who gets hit, what it really costs, how to use this to win deals, and will help to shape your industry. So this week, we're going to zoom in on healthcare and not the giant hospital systems you see on the news. I'm talking about small medical practices, ambulatory surgery centers, specialty clinics, imaging centers, multi-location physicians group. These are the backbone of the American healthcare system. And right now, they're the easiest, most profitable targets for AI-powered ransomware gangs. Why? Because everything in a medical practice depends on uptime. Absolutely everything. Your EHR, your imaging, your scheduling, your prescriptions, your billing, your referrals. When one system freezes, the whole operation stops. And attackers love that. They know clinics can't afford downtime. They know patients can't wait. And they know leadership is under pressure to get systems back online fast. AI has turned these practices into high-value, low-resistance targets. And that's exactly why we're focusing on this industry today. All right, let's look at the signal that kicked all this off. Let's set the stage with a real headline. A Florida medical practice was hit with ransomware last quarter. The attackers used AI to automatically scan the internet for exposed systems, generate one-to-one phishing emails to staff, and then find the fastest route in. It took them 17 minutes. 17 minutes. And when the practice tried to recover, they couldn't even access patient records to call people. They ended up diverting patients to other clinics. And that's not an IT issue. That's a continuity of care issue. Right now, the average healthcare ransomware incident costs $1.3 million. Not in ransom, but in downtime, penalties, investigations, and operational chaos. Even clinics with 15 to 40 employees are getting hit with 6- and 7-figure impacts. Here is the simple breakdown. AI scans for exposed clinical systems. AI creates login attempts based on staff email patterns. AI crafts emails referencing real patient names. AI auto-selects the fastest exploit path. AI extracts data from EHR systems. And then ransomware deploys instantly. This used to take weeks. Now it takes minutes. And practices are getting hit. Practices that use outdated imaging systems, that reuse logins, that have shared admin credentials, that skip two-factor authentication or MFA because it slows down workflows. Practices that have old VPN clients and old VPN appliances. Are you still using 2012 era file services? Outsourced IT to a provider that doesn't touch security. And clinics often don't know they're exposed until the ransom note pops up. Here's what most healthcare leaders underestimate. The real cost is patient diversion. When your systems are encrypted, no one waits. Patients go elsewhere. A typical clinic uses $300,000 per day in canceled visits, and many never get those patients back. Healthcare leaders still think ransomware is a tech problem, but in 2025, ransomware is a care delivery problem. If your systems stop, your business stops immediately. No grace period, no backup workflow. So AI isn't just about the attackers, however, it's also helping us catch them. With anomaly detection, AI knows when a nurse logs in from a new device, or when a billing user accesses an imaging folder, or when a receptionist downloads a CSV at midnight. AI also knows when a shared account behaves differently. AI doesn't judge people, it judges the patterns. And when the pattern breaks, it alerts instantly. And that's how we stop attacks before they happen. So let's talk about our AI myth of the week. Healthcare attacks only happen at big hospitals. This is absolutely false. Small medical practices are the easiest targets. They're understaffed, underprotected, and overloaded. AI has made them easier to break into than ever. So let's talk about our AI demo this week. So this week we're going to take, this week I'm going to use Gemini. And I'm going to create a sorry, I'm going to update this. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a log file with all of the login events. So I'm going to pull that out of my system. All right, give me just a second. Well, and again, because we're doing this, all right. So let me go over here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen with you. All right, now I've got a CSV file that I got from my login server. So let's see. So this is going to be all right. So I pulled my log file from my event server. So I'm going to upload this. Looking at this event file, show me any logins that are suspicious. So what it's going to do is it's going to go through the event file. It's going to look for events that it thinks are anomalies. So it's going to load. It's going to inspect. It's going to examine. It's going to look for suspicious logins. And now while we're doing this after the fact, we can actually do this in real time using OpenAI or a ChatGPT API call. And of course, it's going to take a minute for it to look that up. There we go. So based on the anomalies, we see that it says that there's a login from Australia to Canada. That was number one. In Germany, number two, number three, etc. So it gives us a quick table of 6 different logins that it thought was anomalous. And it also gave us a reason why it thought it was anomalous and where the login was from. So we can take this and we now have an actionable list for our IT team to go in and look at this and find out why that was possible. So this is a quick example of something you can do. Again, your IT team can do this in real time, but just an example of what you can do with AI. So let's bring this home with something practical. Right? We're going to give you the healthcare cyber readiness checklist. Now, these are not nice to haves. These are non-negotiables that every practice needs in 2025 just to stay in the safe zone. So let's walk through them. You should have MFA or two-factor authentication on every clinical system. If you have a clinical system that does not have MFA, then you need to contact your provider. You should have that on EHR, billing, imaging, all of it. You should have backups that are tested weekly. Most practices think their backup works. Most are wrong. You should have email sandboxing. You can't rely on your staff to spot AI-generated phishing. AI sandboxing means that somebody is looking at your email or AI is looking at your email before it comes to your employees. AI-based anomaly detection. Humans can't catch patterns that AI can. You should have quarterly vendor access reviews. Vendors are the fastest growing attack vector. So make sure that you have reviews with your vendors, that you know what they are using, and they should have the same cybersecurity that you do. Voice verification for financial approvals. Now, voice clones are everywhere now. So making sure that when there's something financial, that you actually pick up the phone and call that person at a number that you know that person would be at. So if someone calls from somewhere and says, I need you to send $10,000, then that is something that you need to have another point of voice restriction on. And you should have restricted access to your EHR and imaging systems with no shared logins ever. And I know a lot of small practices have med tech or they have dental tech or whatever. Everyone should have their own login. Most of the time, logins are very inexpensive or free, so everyone should have their own login. Then let's talk about regular patching of clinic devices, making sure that all of those are updated, and then imaging servers. And imaging servers are a gold mine for attackers. So a real simple staff-friendly security playbook, not a 40-page binder that no one reads. This is what you should have. And we run assessments. Most practices are missing about half of these items. And that's why the attack numbers are exploding. This checklist is your first line of defense. So now let's take a look at the healthcare risk radar. What we expect to spike over the next 30 days. First, we should see a surge in AI personalized phishing targeting billing systems. Attackers are pulling patient names from public data and crafting very convincing emails. Second, automated ransomware scanning for unpatched imaging servers. These servers are outdated, overworked, and almost always vulnerable. Third, you should see a rise in credential stuffing attacks against EHR systems using leaked provider credentials. Fourth is MFA fatigue attack on practice managers. Attackers trying to get you to approve login prompts just out of habit. And how many times have you gotten a login prompt on your phone and you're just like, yep, log in, log in, log in. Again, you should always know where that's happening. We also have a wave of voice clone vendor scams or fake invoice calls that sound real enough to fool longtime staff. And then finally, supply chain risk from billing companies, labs, and outsourced services that haven't upgraded their security. So if you're in healthcare, this is your weather report, and the storm is already forming. Now, this isn't about fear. I don't want to share with you that this is about fear. It's about preparedness. If you're running a medical practice, you need visibility, not guesswork. So here's your next step. Go to Cidian.group/scan and run your free healthcare cyber scan. And then go to Cidian.group/FTA and schedule your free cyber AI exposure briefing with me. We'll show you exactly where your vulnerabilities are and how to fix them quickly. You can also book your free cyber and AI profit session. Just go to Cidian.group/risk, or you can call us directly at 904-907-8503. Remember, and I think this is so important, this is not a tech conversation. This is a business growth conversation focused on patient continuity, operational stability, and protecting the revenue you've already worked hard to build. Now, during this session, we'll walk you through where your clinic is exposed, what attackers can already see, and how AI is interpreting your environment, and the fastest wins to improve security and efficiency. And once you've done that, make sure you join us next week for episode 4, where we're diving into a threat that's growing faster than anyone's ever seen so far. You don't want to miss it. Thank you all for joining us today. As always, stay safe, stay smart, and stay always on and always ahead. Until next week, be absolutely kind to each other where we're tackling and join us where we're tackling AI voice clones that are being used to authorize fake prescription orders. You won't want to miss that one. Have a great day, everyone.